We should. Everybody at home. America's regional finals, day 3, our first semi-final. And we've got Orlando hailing from Brazil and Jake Lyons from the USA. It's a big one. Let's get it going.
Round 1, what do we have to offer? It is the moving game, first moving game of the match. It looks like a very, very fun South Africa. Let's start it off. Round 1, game 1, moving Orlando. Jake, who will take it home? Let's do it. Deep breath for both players here.
Deep breaths for everybody. It's our first semi-final. Might
even see a sign here that says Eastern Cape on that. Oh, and that is a lot of information. And that in South Africa, you do see East London, and tons of signs here. This will be. I mean, this will be. You immediately go and line up the road here.
Were you surprised at all by that average guess time from Jake Lyons, that stat? Is that accurate? I don't remember him always pushing so quickly.
Yeah, I think it was including the baller guesses we had there in the pre-discussion.
I see.
Yeah, so it's no, I mean, yeah, I mean,
thought it was based on our match.
It could be. No, it should be. Okay. I think it's maybe that's the Gingy influence, and
we can find out.
Gingy just made him guess very quickly there.
That's true actually as well.
But yeah, both players scanning the roads here, trying to find the 5K. But yeah, I mean, with this much information in South Africa, it's not that much. Especially on round 1, it's not that many points. But 10 seconds left.
Yeah, we've seen the clock wind down almost completely here in round 1. Probably not too many points separating the two. That being said, Jake with our first 5K of the tournament. It's only a few points, about 383, but to get a 5K and the first of the tournament, that is exactly the way the Lion dominates.
And that's that's the type of gameplay you see from Jake. That moving gameplay. This is where he excels the most, and he's happy to get that under his belt. Talk about momentum. Let's move on to round 2, though.
Finally, we're gifted a 5K.
Yeah, this map has been brutal for moving players with lack of information, but also makes it a little more fun. Let's start round 2 here. 1.5x damage. Jake, Orlando did not lose a game, an overall series in his day 1 against South America and foul.
Yes, Orlando in his first game, he looked good, but a bit shaky, built into his second, and suddenly he was on fire. And by the time he got to his third, he was in 5th gear. And he has been holding on to that since. The question is, though, can he find that performance again after a day break? And against a revitalized Jake Lyons. Lyons,
yes.
I have been corrected to make sure I say Lyons. Which is great.
Lyons Den.
Exactly. It's great for those types of things.
Exactly. 8 seconds on the clock. We do see, Jake did have that performance in Austria, or in the Bollards, and he will know Austrian Bollards, same as Slovenia, but Jake.
Once again, Jake is closer. It's not a 5K, 1.5x damage, just a cheeky 188.
A little cheeky, It's when we get into these high multis later rounds that really start to add up here. Let's see what round 3 has to offer for us.
Moving into 2x now, Trevor. Lush green here.
It looks like we're back in kind of the same region of the world, potentially Austria, Slovenia again. We'll see when the players start moving to see what we can see to confirm our guess. You can see what player can. And see, in the beginning there, we see them figuring out which direction do you want to go. Sometimes even knowing what direction is a skill in itself. Sometimes you want to go downhill, because sometimes when you go downhill equals maybe a town or a city. Maybe it's uphill. But so you have these little things like that you use as well. And we do see Orlando instant lock Slovenia there with 13 seconds of clock. Jake needs to make a region guess here with only 10 seconds left.
Looking at the telephone pole, those electrical wires, 5 seconds, and he is going to Slovakia. Oh, and Orlando! The magic is back! 2.7K in round 3, and he takes the lead.
Wow, and that's what we see. We need more. Jake needs information. When you don't have that information, it is harder to make those guesses.
Yeah, he just hadn't found that information before he was pushed by Orlando,
and
forced.
And that's when you're maybe more experienced in no move and guessing off landscape and things like that. That is to your advantage when there is these locations in moving with a lack of information. Let's keep going to round 4. We're going to be back in Chile.
Back in Chile, 2.5x damage. Orlando has swung the momentum back in his favor, but can he hold on to it?
We will see. We are starting off on the main road here. It is to not Jake's advantage when we get those dirt roads, those white roads on the map, because that is a lot harder to find information on, and we'll see Jake immediately zoom. And
Orlando immediately zooming with an AZ and a lock.
Locked in.
Presses on Jake.
He does not want to give Jake that much time to find information, and Orlando seems confident in his region guess. It's very similar areas of the world. 3 seconds left.
Very similar areas. Probably not too many points between them. Orlando just close with 2.5x damage, though. Almost 1k. That is definitely Orlando holding onto that momentum, stopping the charge from the Lion.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Jake, it's back-to-back rounds there that you're losing little points. Nothing too crazy. You know, and moving, though, being down this many points is kind of devastating. But if we move into round 5 here, it looks like another round with lack of information. But it looks like there might be a road marker up there that would help Jake.
But beyond that, just a desolate landscape. Where are we, Trevor? Can you tell me?
Yeah, it looks like... Wait, let me see, actually. Looks like it was Argentina here, but making sure. Yeah, it should
Little South American action here.
Though. That's interesting.
Perhaps Orlando is going to look at that road marker and know exactly where he is. Nope, not quite yet. Jake already zooming in on roads. Maybe he wants to act first this time. I mean, yes, he locked it in.
I mean, this is, Jordan, very small country here, so very minimal points. Round 6.
Oh, no, not any South American action. We're in Jordan.
Jordan.
Apologies.
Yeah,
Set me off on a wild goose chase there, Trevor.
No,
was that an intentional troll?
It was a little bit of a little blunder by your boy here. That's okay.
Okay, all good, all good. Even the best, like yourself.
Sometimes
it happens.
Black car will get you. Is that their yellow outer lines we saw there, though? And we've had Kenya in the first day a lot here.
This has been fast.
Yeah, this is going quick. You know, I think that's Orlando's pace getting to him. But we'll see. Round 6.
The pace of Orlando.
Not the Pacers, Orlando Magic.
The Orlando Magic.
Both players will know Kenya.
What is it, Orlando, Florida? It's got the theme park as well.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, we can use that.
Yeah.
We can run with that.
Disney.
I'm going to workshop it in my brain.
Yeah, we could, when he wins, he can say he's going to Disney, right?
I mean, that's too on the nose.
Oh, okay.
All right, Orlando locked in. 5 seconds for the Lion to respond. Will he whimper or roar? It's a good attempt. Both kind of equal distances away. 3.5x damage. Quite an inconsequential 116 going the way of Jay. I say that, but we've seen those late rounds where someone's on 40, 100. So it could end up being consequential.
No, exactly. And it's when you if you get into like round 8 or 9 or round 7 even, and you have one of those white roads with no information like we saw, if Jake, if that round where Jake went Slovakia on Slovenia happened 4 rounds later, this game would have been over. So if we get another one of those late round blunders, it could be anyone's game. Currently 0-0 on game 1 though. Let's see what round 7 is.
Let's see what round 7 has to offer.
And wow, Jake maybe should have came into this game knowing Austria and Slovenia. Let's see if this time...
Once again, heading to those regions, quadruple damage. Orlando so composed.
And we see an instant zoom.
I would say out of all of our players... Locked in, yeah. The Orlando looks the most consistent, if you get what I mean. In terms of visually, he doesn't really... You don't see too much emotion from him, ever.
Nope. Both players very similar region. And a little more east there. Jake not happy with that.
Quadruple damage, only 80 points.
Only 80 points.
But we've only got 3 rounds left now. That multi is huge.
Yep. And, if
the smallest discrepancies can become big. And if we have a big country, it could be big points. What do we got next, Trevor?
We have a small country.
We have Japan.
We maybe even a little more beautiful.
What? Korea? Oh, I was close.
You were close.
I was close. I couldn't see any text. So I went out on a limb and I failed. Hopefully, neither of our players share my fate. I don't think they will.
You can see Jake's distraught and getting a small country like this because it isn't going to lend him any more points.
Orlando just going central in South Korea.
That's what you do. That's what you do here. You just click center and hope for the best. Kind of a hard country to region guess. All looks the same.
Jake maybe wants to be a little more accurate. No, they're both hedging pretty central, but Orlando is closer. And with 4.5x, 842 damage.
Yep.
That's very significant when we've only got 2 rounds left.
Exactly, and we're seeing this consistent performance from Orlando. I don't think he's really had any blunders at all in these games. So this should be a good game. And we've talked about this countless times before. And will it come down round 9? Looking at right here. Maybe a good thing for Jake, maybe a bad thing for Jake. That's for him to decide, though. Round 9.
Trevor, where are we?
We're in Thailand.
Thailand!
We are in Thailand. And
a loved but controversial country in the Geoguessr community.
Looks
a great location, but a tough one to guess on.
Yep, let's start. And Jake has his fingers crossed here. Looks like we have a single insulator on the pole here. I wonder if that single insulator does equal the peninsula or if that is a fake meta. 56 seconds on the clock.
Orlando, is that an AZ into a lock?
He is.
In 7 seconds,
zooming in.
This guy is unreal. The way he pushes the pace, but remains so calm. He's had Jake pretty much on the back foot the whole time.
They're both so close. 5 seconds left. And Jake.
And it's Jake that will take the round. 5x damage, turns that into 617. He keeps himself alive. We will see a round 10.
Jake needs a big country here, Paula. He needs a big country, a big guess, because this is round 10. It comes down to this. If you guys don't know, this is whoever has the most points after round 10 will take home the game. And, you know, coming down 3,000 points is 5.5x multi. But if you get something like, you know, like we saw, like a Jordan or anything like that, it could be massive.
And if I'm not mistaken, we have a pretty big country up next. Not the biggest. And it might be a bit of hometown advantage for Jake. Trevor, what is it?
America.
America.
Wow.
Let's get it going in the chat. Can Jake do it here? Can he snatch game 1 from the jaws of defeat, or will Orlando continue the pressure and take it with a smooth,
damage.
Clean approach?
At this point, I think it's anyone's game, and Jake has to be happy with this.
Yeah, revved up, crossing those fingers. Orlando, once again, expression unchanging.
Jake said, oh my God.
Orlando actually now smiling a bit.
We have the yellow plate there. We have yellow plates like this. I wonder, where would you get yellow plates that looks like this? I mean, it's not where I would think normally I would see these yellow plates. Because usually when you think yellow plates, you think of, you know, like New Mexico, New Jersey, New York. This is it.
Jake zooming, as is Orlando. We're reaching the halfway point of this
30
round.
seconds.
The final round of game 1.
Jake needs 3,000 points here. We have 877 area code. Is that? 20 seconds on the clock. Yeah. Both looking for any information. 15 seconds. Jake needs any advantage he can get here. Orlando looking for anything he can get. But these plates will be enough information, I think, for both players.
Under 10 seconds.
6 seconds left.
5 seconds.
Jake going in New York.
There's a big difference.
Why is he in Iowa?
Big difference. Who's taking it?
Why is he in Iowa?
Jake Lyons. Will it be enough? I think it will. Yes. 5.5 damage.
Wow.
It's a 13.5k hit. And that is why the Lion Roar should not be ignored. Jake takes game 1.
You know, with those plates, it's hard to go. There were just so many yellow plates there. It's hard, but you know, it did not look like that region, and so I do not blame the guest there. Wow.
Jake giving a big thumbs up. He takes the first game against arguably the favorite in this matchup. Orlando did find some magic, but it seems that he ran out of mana at the end of that first game.
Yeah, I mean, Jake up 1. This is a best of 5, first to 3 wins. Wow, and Jake has to be happy with that. You know, like he said, he felt more confident coming to this game, but let's see. That has to feel good under his belt. Let's keep the rounds going, though. Let's keep them going. Game 2. This is no move, so basically they cannot move this time. You get 1 360 panorama. This is the only thing they can see. Let's see what they do here in round 1. It looks to be like a dim mark or something. No, it looks like maybe, I don't know, somewhere. Czechoslovakia potentially, actually, is what I would do. Because we have the concrete bottom on the pole there. That's usually maybe a Hungary, Slovakia, Czechia thing. On that pole, you can see that concrete block. But in general, like, we'll see, because it did look more Danish to me.
Orlando with a Denmark central.
That was my initial guess, but I'm not too sure with that pole. But that, we'll see. 8 seconds left. Jake, you know, isn't the strongest when it comes to no move, but he's also there in Denmark, and it is just Denmark.
It's going to be a chill round 1, Trevor.
Yep.
Not too much in it.
95 points down. Both players getting the Danish vibes. Let's keep it going to round 2. Let's see what
No move or dynamic changes. We've got some wonderful windmills.
Great windmills here.
Charging up the electricity just as our match is, our first semi-final here at the Americas Regional Finals Day 3.
Yep, and I think Jake does have the advantage here in France. We have a low sign there. The low sign there would indicate France. Orlando zooming into France. Jake zooming into France.
Jake wants to go with the France central hedge. Orlando follows suit, but he's not locked it in. They're so close.
Yep.
Orlando trying to hone it in a bit more. Does not pay off in this case. Jake gets about 100 points of damage.
Yeah. And, you know, this is, we
Going the
might
way of
see
Orlando.
a very common thing we've seen here is with these, or at least in the first game, is back and forth. You know, it's they're playing very similar skill level right now.
Yep, both
playing really well. So we might see another, you know, late game high multi situation. Jake needs to pick up a no move win here, because if he does, he's going back to his home ground and moving. Can he do it round 3?
In the first 2 rounds, our players have exchanged jabs. We'll see if the heat turns up in round number 3.
Yep, and this looks like a Spain. We'll see what it is.
Double damage.
2x damage is starting now here in round 4, or round 3, excuse me. Both players zooming. You know, this is potentially something that you could get around country on, because it is just a dirt road. But they will both get Europe. The question is, where in Europe do you go here? You're looking for any architecture, you're looking for anything landscape-wise. We do see Orlando zoom into Spain. I do like the Spain call out here. The question is, now he's zooming, maybe, and he locks in Spain, Portugal hedge, Western Spain. Jake needs to get Guess down, 10 seconds left. Where is he gonna go?
Jake squinting. Don't think he likes it. He will, though.
He's going Italy.
Oh, okay! He's going south of Italy, Trevor, with 2 seconds left. He's closer! Oh, Orlando! The magic once again fading.
4,700.
4.7k in round 3. Jake loves it. It wasn't Italy. It wasn't Spain. It was Greece.
Yeah.
But Jake was closer, and he is rewarded for his efforts.
What a great guess there by Jake. You know, maybe I actually do think with that new black Gen 4 car that is probably a gettable Greece now, in hindsight. But wow, what a great guess.
Huge round 3.
Wow, and that's, you know, picking up points, both going around country and picking up 4,000 points for that is, you will take it. You will take it. Let's see what round 4 has to offer here. Looks like a very fun
Sweden?
Germany.
Oh, man. I'm not doing great on the scoreboard today,
One of those
Trev.
things that could be a Lux, but I do go towards.
I see roads like this in green and some trees. I'm like, Sweden?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of all the same.
That's good. That's my marker. Sweden.
Yeah, so all right. Keep you in the game here, though. So
Orlando, round 4 of 10. With
like
2.5x damage, you do not want to be taking any more damage, because you are close to being out. Jake does push. Where are we there? To the east of Germany? And once again, could that be enough? 2.5x, yes it is! 1.5k, that's game!
2-0.
The Lion
Jake.
not playing with his food. He catches. The Brazilian Gazelle says, oh, I'm hungry. He's taking chunks and chunks. He's one more game. One more game. If he gets it, he gets the dub.
And he's going back to moving where he feels most confident. Orlando down 0-2. It's anyone's game still, though. Listen,
it is, but it needs to be a reverse sweep.
That would be
for Orlando's magic.
That would be crazy to see, especially coming from you know, having this moving game. Like we said, Jake is one of the best moving players in the world.
Woo, Jake, the confidence.
The confidence. And you can see him just exude it.
He's like a different person from the World Cup last year.
No, 100%. And when you, it's crazy how much a good guess does to your, you know.
The thing is, right, in CS, right, and other esports, we have this with players where they've got to get their initial reps in on LAN, on a stage. And Jake, last year's World Cup, if everybody at home remembers or isn't aware, they weren't tuning in, Jake was so nervous. And he started off here so nervous. But he's built into it, and now he's 2-0 up against one of our best players, our player that is 3-0 in our format.
Yep, and that's just Jake, you know.
Big Jake.
But, you know, you can't count Orlando out. He did go 3-0 like you mentioned, so anything is possible. We could see a Game 5, but Jake will decide that for us right here. Potentially Game 3, round 1. We're back to the moving. Jake needs this to advance to the finals. Let's see what we have. And
it would be such a huge result for both players.
It is Brazil too, so we're going to start off in a big country.
Both players already going to the World Cup. Both players instead competing for the glory of being the America's Regional Finals champion. And of course, the money on the line.
Yep. The thing is, I mean, this is it looks like it could be like an Acri or something. And we do have, you know, Brazil. Look who we have playing. Orlando.
We have Orlando.
And Jake is currently finding information. He read a sign that might have, I mean, okay, MGDS.
He likes it. He's locked in MGDS. He locks it. Is Orlando locked in enough?
He has 10 seconds left to get Guess down, Paula.
South Brazil.
He found the same time last second. And he's going there now.
Oh, this is huge for a round one.
Wait, Jake.
Oh, is Jake? No, he got it
Jake,
wrong. Oh, no. That is a massive round one. That's going to be 3.4k damage. Is that our biggest round one yet? I'm not sure, but it's definitely one of them.
Our biggest round one yet. And losing it in Brazil on your home country is not the way you want.
Oh, wow.
And that is what we keep seeing from Jake. We keep seeing him finding that information and using it quickly. And you know, the strategy there he had is he immediately saw it. He wasn't going to try and line the road up. He wasn't going to try and get it exactly because he knew if he put the pressure on, and he's showing the camera, he's this close. Can he still do it? And this is going to round 2. And Paula, we haven't seen it yet. We could potentially see it.
Orlando's journey started off as Orlando Magic. It seemed he was untouchable, but right now, it looks like he's head to Universal Studios and been told, you're not big enough to ride. Jake is in charge.
And you know, I was hinting at earlier that we could see a potential 2-rounder, which we have not seen in the tourney before here, because India is very, very kind of, and they're, but we do see both players so close. So, and they do have language here, which would indicate the region of India. It is just more north, but Jake keeping the flawless.
A much more, not passive, a smaller round in round 2.
Yep, exactly.
Stabilization round in round 2.
Exactly, round 3.
It's crazy to start off a game with a round 1 like that.
Yeah, I mean, that
where
sets
it
the tone.
Spikes.
It sets the tone for sure. Round 3, and this will be the first of the tourney we've had this. A Turkey.
We've got Turkey for the first time.
It looks like it should be Turkey here. Let's see what the players do end up going here.
Double damage.
This moving game. I'm not sure who has the advantage. I think, obviously, always Jake might have the advantage in moving. And we see Orlando move into Instant Bull and just instantly guess. It looks like he's about to. He does. Jake, Lyons, looking for anything that he can to give himself an advantage. Not on the main road. Not being on the main road is a little bit less. And he's going central. He's going east. Someone's picking up a lot of points here.
And it's a big difference.
And it's Orlando.
Orlando. He bounces back. Double damage. That's going to be 3.2k.
What did he see? I am not sure.
Fast round there.
Jake.
Even Stevens now, Trevor.
Not happy with himself. And it's very easy, to gain confidence, but it's equally as easy to lose that confidence.
That is a good point.
Round 4 of 10. Can he pick it back up here? 2.5x damage.
Jake now needing a stabilization round.
Deep breaths for everyone involved. Round 4. Looks like we're going to be in Canada. Let's see where the players end up going. Here, moving. It is a big country or big points, potentially wherever it is in that vast world. We see different directions here, I think, from both players, which maybe gives someone an advantage. Jake zooming into BC, maybe, as it looked. Do you see? We have a Yukon guess
from Orlando.
We have a Yukon guess here, and he's gonna lock it in. It looks like he's gonna
lock it in. Yeah, Orlando really trying to keep hold of that momentum.
Jake needs to make a region guess here. He doesn't know. He's
struggling.
No, wait, where is he going? Oh, he's going new. He's going. Okay, big points for someone. Big points for someone, Paula.
Who's it going to be? Trevor, I do not know. It's Orlando. That's got to be game.
That's game.
That is absolutely game. And now our series is 2-1. Orlando finding his magic once again, brewing potions. And one of them's had the effect he needed.
Wow. And that is, if you're Jake, what you're hoping for every single round is you're hoping for a main road. It's when he gets on those dirt roads that he really finds some trouble.
Jake had that one in the palm of his hand at the start in round 1, but then it slipped through his fingers. But still, he only needs to win one more. We still might not see an NMPZ. For Orlando, we need to see it. But for Jake, it's just one game away.
He just needs to win this.
The final is one game win away.
And having that,
it would be incredible though to see Orlando do a reverse sweep.
It would be insane. And it would be. I mean, I don't even want I don't even want to put that in the universe almost for Jake. But at the same time, both players equally deserving. So let's keep it going. Let's not keep the people waiting any longer.
Game 4, everybody. No move. Jake Lyons 2-1 up against Orlando. America's regional finals. Day 3, first semi-final.
Game 4.
Game 4, no moving.
Get 1 360.
1 360.
Let's see what they can do with it here. Jake needing this one win.
Can Orlando
needing to win twice.
Can Orlando pull off the full 360 reverse sweep?
Looks like a Portugal here to me off the rip. Jake, not sure. Looks like maybe you go Spain. Portugal did get rid of their yellow plates in December
Jake
2021,
goes fast.
I think. We do see both Lisbon guessers
Orlando
here.
goes fast too.
Should bring us to round 2 pretty quickly.
Yep, it will. But Jake, closer.
The small
Good
points
region
do
guess.
mean something.
Yeah, they do. They I'm going to stop saying that.
Yep.
The inconsequential stuff. Because these small
how
points,
many points have how many games have we
Exactly.
seen
A
end
lot.
on 43,
A lot.
270? A little too many, maybe one would say.
Yeah.
Round 2. We're back in India. This is no move. We do have language.
India, big country, big points. No move. Could this be an opportunity for one of our players to exploit the other?
Let's see. I'm not sure who has the advantage here.
Does anyone have the advantage?
If you start zooming in on pulls, I assume you have the advantage. That's what I gotta say. That means you must know something that.
Oh my God! I got us nervous there for a second.
My heart dropped. I'm like, bro, what is bro doing right there? That's okay. It happens.
Orlando going east central, northeast central. Jake having to react.
He's going in
a
UP.
bit more north.
He's in UP.
That's quite a difference.
And it's Orlando.
And it's Orlando that's closer. 1.5x damage. 575 points. Not too bad.
Yep, and at the same time, it could be something.
It is. It definitely could be.
Let's keep it moving here on the no move. Orlando looking to take it home to game 5, which would be the first NPC of the day. Jake looking to take it home.
Seeing French on that petrol station.
Yeah, this
wash.
is just outside Paris.
No, it's not outside Paris. We're looking at an African country for sure.
Sorry.
But I'm not sure which one.
It will be Senegal here.
That one I did want to say, but
Okay.
I didn't. God damn it. Oh.
Next time.
Yeah, next time.
Round 3.
Looking down at the car on Orlando's side of screen. Jake preferring to look around the area. Orlando wants to go quick. I think he's going to lock that in. That's an AZ locker.
He's locking it.
Jake shaking his head, licking his lips. Not happy. But he's going to have to move. He does also go into a very similar location. They are split.
Wow.
Barely by a thread there.
And that's only 54 points.
Only 54.
Or maybe not only,
Exactly.
Glass half full, glass empty. Who knows? Round 4. Let's keep the pace up. Let's see what we have. 2.5x damage. We have a double antenna here in Black Gen 4. I think that might be a Latvian thing. I think I might have seen that in Latvia sometimes. We'll see what this does end up being here in round 4.
Double antenna, round 4, 2.5x damage. Both players relatively even in hit points. Orlando zooms in on that double antenna first, then looks to the sky. Now to a little farm in the distance.
Both players.
No move, just
no
a
move.
360.
When you get roads like this, it could be points for someone.
It could be.
Hoping those points are for you and not the other person.
It's been an explosive matchup so far, Trevor.
It has been. It has been. I mean, it's really anyone's game. It really is. And we see Orlando moving into Lithuania here.
He locks it in.
And we see
Jake
going
also, but then
into,
Estonia. Which one does he want?
Which one is it?
Make your choice. Pick your poison.
Lithuania.
And he does.
It is.
Eventually settle on Lithuania. 2.5x. Bit more substantial now. 683 damage from Orlando to Jake.
Yep. I mean, listen. It's really still. I mean, I'm glad he moved last second there. Could have been more points, but good last second move there from Jake.
And Estonia, yeah, that would have made that suddenly sting a lot more, Trevor.
Exactly. Let's see if it stings for round 5 for one player. And this looks like one of those walls that you would take an Instagram photo at,
You also, this is an influencer wall.
Yeah, that's the
You
pink
would know.
wall.
You post pictures like that all the time, mate.
Definitely.
Putting your
do.
peace sign up.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey
exactly.
guys, Rainbolt here.
Hashtag.
Sponsored. Hashtag sponsored.
Hashtag.
Sponsored by, what is it, Daisy? What's this store called?
That is actually the previous round, the next round after that.
Oh, I see.
So spoils, actually, if we get there.
Okay, well.
But actually, I think we will get there because this is a very small country.
Okay. This is Japan.
I double-clicked.
This is Japan.
This is not Japan.
This is...
Because Japan is considered a big country, I would say.
Okay.
So.
Fair play. Where are we then? Help me out here.
Should be Hong Kong here.
Hong Kong, okay.
Yep. I would guess. Maybe you could see a Taiwan, but I would probably go
Look out,
maybe
watch out for the birds. They will be trying to cross the road and block Orlando and Jake. Jake trying to figure out perhaps what type of bird it is. Orlando going Taiwan.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I honestly don't know which one it is.
Central Taiwan hedge.
You see it,
and
two
Jake
Taiwans
following
here.
suit.
And it's Taiwan. And now we can go to our beautiful Instagram wall with only 243 points down. And that will bring us back.
All right, everybody, get your hashtags ready. We're outside Daisy's. I don't even know what that says. But yeah, we're outside Daisy's and their beautiful pink wall for social media purposes. Who is going to look cooler, though, Orlando or Jake Lyons when they're stood in front of it?
This is Mexico.
Lyons. Jake Lyons,
mentioned.
Paula. Jake Lyons.
Jake Lyons.
Jake Lyons.
Jake Lyons. You're not Lion, it's Lions.
Who is going to be lining up roads better here? Quite a tough spot to be in. We're on some back roads. Looking there at the numbers on the poll. Jake doesn't like the look of it, though.
You know, Mexico is potential for some big points here.
Orlando.
And we see just a CDMX guess here by Orlando, which I actually really like. And we'll probably see something similar too by Jake.
Yeah. Pushed and locked by Jake. Orlando follows suit. 3.5x damage. Wow. Now we're talking 2K out of nowhere.
I mean, that is a lot of points for that guess. That shows how much every single good guess does mean in these late rounds here.
Was not expecting that. Then you see the points come in, you see the multi, and you're like, wait a second, that is a big hit.
Yep. And listen, round 7. It's Philippines. I think Philippines could be, it could be death by Philippines here, I think, for someone.
Death by Philly.
Let's see what we have, though, because I think both players could make a good guess, but at the same time, it could be deceiving. Jake looking for any information he can. Both players zooming in on anything. Do you have Rice zooming in on the copy right there by Jake, seeing what that can do for him.
Orlando now, he's found north of Manila.
Orlando is going to Luzon here.
It's his location. Jake.
See Jake also going to Luzon here.
Going very similar. Going to a very similar location with quadruple damage. No, I don't think we're going to see much here.
No points.
No points.
I mean,
a 1-2-4.
And it's getting
few points.
These
few
late
points.
rounds, the pressure is higher and higher. The stakes are higher and higher.
3 rounds left.
Let's see what we got next for us. South America. Looks like
4.5x.
Nearly to me, it looks like a Peru.
Back in SA.
Could be a Bolivia. I lean towards Peru. Let's see what the players lean towards here.
No move.
That
Jake looking at the markings on that van. And the other.
we have a man changing his tire there, it seems.
Yes.
Always helpful.
Good
Have all
to make
4
sure
tires.
that the car is in working order. Who will drive better now?
We see
Orlando or Jake? It's Orlando locking in first. I'm very
Should be
excited to
Bolivia
see
here.
where Jake goes.
Jake, both in similar regions. We're going to round 9, Paula.
We are going to a round 9.
going to round 9.
I think this could be big damage, though. But depending on
Jake-
where the location...
and-
Oh!
Orlando!
Orlando! Close to the 5K!
But still.
4.5x, that's going to be 1.2.
Oh, but look.
And it evens it up.
Look how
Not
even it
huge
is.
damage, but it's a big chunk taken from the Lion.
I must say, I'm just looking at round 9 here on my screen. We could see a potential round 10 because we're in Finland here.
Small country.
And I think what we might see in Finland is just kind of safety guesses by both players, unless you want to come out confident.
Smaller country.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
We'll see the round 9 started off here.
Got a little camper van in the distance. Perhaps off this round, one of our players will need to take a little sleep,
53 seconds.
get their mind right,
51.
or will we end up in round
We do
number
see a
10?
very safe guess
Either
here.
player could land a killing blow here, but the likelihood is low. Orlando goes first.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's going to be around 10, Trevor.
Paula.
10 points.
Paula, I have devastating news.
Devastate me.
Round
Tell
10.
me.
I don't know if I want to show the audience.
Well, we have to. It's our job.
I don't know if I can, Paula.
All right. Let me count you in.
Paula, I don't know if I can.
Let me count you in.
I really don't know if I can.
Ladies, gentlemen, everyone at home, this is the Americas Regional Finals, Day 3, first semi-final. We've got Orlando. He was 3-0 up in our format.
I don't know if I can.
And he's going up against Jake. He was down 0-2 at one point, but now he finds himself in the semi-final, one match away from the final. And Trevor is telling me our round 10 of Game 4 is a scary one. Trevor, what is it?
It's Sri Lanka.
Oh, what? So now we're in a relatively small zone.
We're in an extremely...
Could this go down to points?
It comes down to points.
This could literally go down to points.
We have the
that would be
difference
the
of
first
100.
of the tournament.
It's a difference of 100 points here. If you make one slightly region guess better...
I imagine the clock is going to be whittled down here.
I don't even know what to say.
To its final bits of juice. Everyone is going to want to be as accurate as they can possibly be.
Jake's finals depends on a good region guess in Sri Lanka here. Let's see. Let's see what their reactions are immediately. They will both immediately know it's Sri Lanka. Both players seeing what is it, and I'm assuming we'll see.
Here we go. Orlando with a wry smile. Jake zooming in instantly. Orlando wants North Sri Lanka.
15 seconds.
What does Jake want? Where is he?
What will it come down to? Orlando needs a slightly better region guess here.
Oh,
wait.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, Jake!
Oh no!
Like this with 2 seconds left?
Oh no, Paula!
Oh, Jake!
Oh no!
He can't even face the camera. It's 17.5k. We will see NMPZ.
Oh no!
Orlando is alive and kicking, and Jake is going to be kicking himself.
Oh no!
Oh, we thought it would go to points, and then we see something like that.
And we're one game away from the reverse sweep.
We are literally one game away from the reverse sweep. And we're going into the toughest game mode at the highest stakes. NMPZ to secure your spot, your legacy at the final of the first America's regional finals.
And Orlando, I mean, he's locked in. He hasn't shown an ounce of just like, oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go. Okay. But he shakes it off. He just shakes it off.
I mean, he was down 0-2 and he's going, and we're here, first NMPZ of the game. And this is to go to the finals. This is to go to the finals, NMPZ, Orlando versus Jake. Let's start the game.
Let's get it going. Everybody, we're going to Game 5. It's the toughest game mode. The game mode that can stumble the best of the best. And we've got two of the best in the server. Orlando versus Jake Lyons. But who is better? It's time to find out.
We are starting off in NMPZ, which is basically you get one still shot, and that still shot is a single still shot right here. And we're starting off in a very small country, what presumed to be Luxembourg, I would assume. Let's see. Wow. I cannot believe that last.
Jake going straight in. He sees Luxembourg. He spots it. He locks it.
Orlando should get there with the yellow plate as well. He's going.
Oh!
Wait.
I mean,
no, yeah, he's getting there.
Okay, he's getting there.
He saw the yellow plate. He saw the bollards. And he got there in the end. That's all that matters. Not where you start, it's where you finish. 8 points. You know, and we can, if we keep seeing small countries like that, we could be seeing another round 10, another late game. But on NMPZ, that's less likely because you do
so unlikely.
Let's see what round 2 has to offer. It has a very beautiful location to offer.
The most beautiful location?
Yes. South Korea.
There we go. 1.5x damage, round 2.
I mean,
you say our players very often just hit the center of South Korea. Orlando going a bit west.
Yeah,
Jake goes completely center.
And we see, and yeah, it's just kind of like a gentleman's agreement there, almost to go flex center.
Agreement, little handshake there.
Yep. Let's see what round 3 has to offer. Maybe
both
something
players
slightly
looking for a round
bigger.
and a map they can exploit.
In NPZ, this is the only still shot you do get.
An opportunity to rocket ahead or to even finish the matchup. I don't know if it will happen in round 3, but it certainly could in NMPZ.
I'm close to the monitor here trying to figure out what this is. I would probably go Norway. Let's see though.
Double damage.
Comes down to this. Who will make it to the finals? NMPZ. Orlando. Jake looks confused.
Orlando doesn't. He's going for an AZ.
He's going for the
Northern Norway.
Northern Norway, and we see Jake right there with him.
Yeah, we see Jake right there with him. Both players going to be locking this in, unless Jake suddenly has a change of heart. He's just refining it slightly. Both players very close.
Nothing too crazy there. Both happy to get out of that somewhat unscathed.
Yes, 454 points of damage.
Round 4.
We know at this point every bit of damage counts.
Orlando versus Jake. Winner of this advances to the finals of the Americas. Round 4, we have what looks to be a Canada. And we saw Jake earlier, I think, lose that game against Orlando by not going Yukon there. Let's see if this is Canada. Let's see where they go. Maybe, I mean, you probably end up going BC here. You could maybe see a Washington or something like that, and then PZ. But let's find out where they do end up going.
Let's find out. Jake instantly leaning in.
And we see a BC guest here.
I think he likes it.
We see a Banff guest here zoom in.
Both players looking and zooming into their maps quite fast, but it's Orlando that locks quickly. Jake having to respond. He was pushed in his match against Gingy, and he's being pushed now, and he seems to be reacting with the tools needed.
Still so close.
Very close as we reach the halfway point.
These minimal points here, only 500-point difference, and when you get in these NMPZ, that really means nothing in NM, it means nothing in moving. It really means nothing here. It's one good guess gets you multiple thousands of points. Let's see what round 5 has for us.
Let's see what round 5 has to offer. And the halfway point.
This is where you kind of question, do you go Slovakia or do you go Czechia here?
Oh, we are in that old chestnut.
I think you
Slovakia
go
or Czechia.
Slovakia, but we'll see where these players do end up going. Jake looks confused. Maybe he's depending on the 50-50. Winter coverage. He is zooming into Czechia. Czechia does have lots of winter coverage.
Shooting Czechia. Fast. Orlando reacting both in very similar locations. At the halfway point, barely anything separates these two, Trevor.
But that's still 486 points. We see these multis getting more devastating.
Absolutely. 1K down now on Orlando.
1K down. 5 rounds to go. Round 6.
But it's just been little chips.
Yeah, both players playing extremely well.
Very well.
This NMPZ looks like a Uruguay, potentially. Let's see what this is. Should be, though. 1 minute on the clock. Destiny of both of these players comes down to this last couple minutes here. Uruguay zoom here by Orlando, clicking center and instant locking. Jake probably doing a very similar thing. Yep, we will see a round 7.
Wow. We will be going to a round 7 with both players once again shoulder to shoulder. Nothing. Of course, Orlando is trailing behind slightly on the points, about a 1K deficit.
Yep.
But nothing is separating these players in terms of skill at this point.
You know, what is separating them, potentially, is Thailand.
Oh, back in Thailand.
We've had a lot of Southern Peninsula today. This is only still shot they do get is this right here. Let's see what they can do with it. Let's see where they go. We'll know it's Thailand. We do see another
Orlando,
peninsula.
Southern Peninsula straight away.
Someone could pick up massive points here, Paulo, if someone's right, or if someone doesn't go peninsula.
There's always a chance, and especially in NMPZ.
Orlando looks like he's about to lock in.
In a tricky location like Thailand.
Orlando's locked in. Jake is confused. Jake is going Bangkok.
Okay.
Someone picks up points here, Paulo.
Someone does. We've got a 4x multiplier. It's round 7.
Orlando, wait. Did he just get reverse sweeped?
He's done it!
He just got
reverse sweep!
Oh,
6.5K! Thank you, quadruple damage!
No.
Says Orlando, and the magic is well and truly back. 4-0 in our format here, going through to the final.